What's up, everybody? So today we're back in the garage and we got a special couple guests today. We got Spencer and Josie. Some of you guys don't know, but this is Spencer. He has
Spencer TV. Yep. Got like 260,000 subscribers, play Farming Simulator.
There you go.
And then this is Josie, my girlfriend, so.
Hi.
And what are we doing today? We got your Ford Ranger in here.
2011, 85,000 miles. I bought it last winter, so like 6 months ago. And put BF Goodrich 31-inch tires that fit stock.
Oh yeah, we got some beefy boys on there.
But then when I go in reverse, it rubs on the inside and the outside. So Bo said we could lift it, and we have rough country 1.5, 2-inch lift. And
yep. So that's what we're gonna do. We got a leveling kit, I guess. You guys can see here, we got the torsion bar keys, little adjusters for the shocks, and of course we got the tool. So I think first step up is go ahead, get this thing lifted up, take the wheels off, and start going.
2 hours later.
Okay, so we're back. It's been a good, what do you guys think, about 2 hours since we started this little adventure? We got the other side done. We wanted to go ahead and figure out how to do that before we end up showing you guys. Spencer's over here. He's lubing up all the bolts and nuts with the penetrating oil that we got. It was a disaster. It was a mess. Everything was rusted and seized together, but I think we can figure this out and do this a little quicker now that we know what we're doing. So we gotta come underneath here, and there is a shield right here. Let me turn my light on so you guys can see a little bit.
Take this off, this capper.
Yep, that little guy right there, that releases
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep, there's 4 bolts. So you can get to the torsion bar and the torsion key. Once those are out, we'll be able to have full access, and we'll show you guys how to remove all that. Okay, so you guys just saw Spencer just took off that torsion bar shield. So next up, we need to go ahead, take this key or this adjuster out, and we got to measure the thread here first. The other side was what, 1.25 inches?
1.25 inches, 9 threads.
9 threads. So we got to match it up to this side. We'll just verify that this is the same, and then match it to the other side. And then once we can get that out, we'll take our tool, which we'll show you, compress this key, and then be able to drop all this out and remove the entire assembly.
Don't forget, we gotta cut it. We gotta cut out the.
We
can't fit the tool in. There's too much.
We'll show you guys the tool, but on the other side we had to notch out this section here in order to slide over. So that was fun, but yeah, we'll show you. Okay, so you guys can see here, I just got that 13mm adjusting screw out. So this thing is just sitting on this key. Next up, we'll take that torsion key remover tool, and it just slides over here, which we'll show you, and it locks into this here. Pushes it up, we can slide this little key out, and we can put the new torsion key on. But in order to do that, like we had mentioned before, we're gonna need to grind this away, like a little section, because on the other side it was too tight, so we gotta slim it down and make it work. Okay, so you guys just saw Spencer just notched this out right here. So we'll go ahead and slide over the torsion key removal tool, and it is right here. And this should be perfect. Just like so. And now that that's there, this can slide on here. There it goes. Go and thread the nuts on. Okay, so just like that, and then we'll tighten this up further, and you can see right there it goes in that little plug. Tighten this down, move this down, it'll push up against this key, and then that'll release this lock here. And we should be good to go. Swap this out, and we'll take this out, compare it to the other one, and show you guys.
Oh, it did.
There you guys have it. Got the key out. So now we can go ahead, drop this thing down. Sweet.
A lot easier the second time, guys.
Yeah, way easier. Hey, there it is. So there is the old key. This is the one we're replacing. You guys can see there, it was really seized on. We can go ahead and compare it to the new key. So here is the new one compared to the old one. You guys can see here, it's got that hexagonal shape on the inside, and it matches up just right in there like that. You can see just the difference between the old one and the new one. It's got more torque down towards the bottom. So when we go to add our pressure to it, it's gonna raise it up just that extra higher. So let's go ahead, put this one on the same way we took this one off. We should be good to go. Okay, so you guys can see here, Spencer just put on the new key, and he's sliding on the torsion key tool. Just got this last piece, tighten that up, and then we can take our adjuster bolt here, slide that back in. We're gonna go to 1 inch like we did on the other side, and it was 9 threads just to match it up. But yeah, you can see that will just line up in that hole and push it up. So now you guys can see we got the new one on, and it is exactly 1 inch, so it matches the other side right there. So now, if that's good, we can go ahead and put that shield back on. We may throw up with just a little bit of touch-up paint on these spots just so we don't get any more rust than what's already here. And then we'll move up towards the front here. We got to do the shock. There is a little collar that goes on the top of the shock right about there. So we'll pull all the shielding and stuff off of here, take the shock out, and then put that little sleeve on top. Okay, so quick little update for you guys. We just got done getting the torsion bar and everything in. Spencer was over here working on the shock. These shocks are rusty. I kind of mentioned that before. With the other side, we dealt with a lot of rust, and the shock top busted off. So
broke off right there.
And the top of it's sitting right here. So you guys can see just how rusty and stuff that was. So we had to replace it. Just ran to AutoZone, picked up some new shocks. These aren't like anything special. I mean, eventually if you want to upgrade to something else,
they were like 35 bucks a piece. So.
But for the time being, getting this thing back on the road and seeing what this leveling kit does, we got these shocks here, and I guess now's the time. Let's go ahead and throw them on and get this thing buttoned up. Okay, so we got our new shocks here because the other ones, like we said, were junk. They ended up snapping. So we're gonna put these in. We're unable to run that little spacer that the rough country kit comes with just because there's not enough thread here. In order to get these bushings here to compress far enough would be quite a challenge. So we're just gonna run it without it, see how it does. If it is like hitting the bump stop or anything inside here, then we may have to consider putting that on. But for now, we're gonna run it without and see how it does. So yeah, let's go ahead, throw this on. All it is just a nut on the top there, same as removing it, and then there's 2 on the bottom on the lower control arm that bolt here and here. And they gave us some new bolts, nuts, and some block washers. Just like that, shocks are on, tires are back on. Truck is kind of lifted more than leveled, I'd say.
It's the front's lifted.
Let's step back here.
She's leaning back.
I wish it was more light outside so we get some better shots. I mean, from back here and on the camera, it looks pretty decent. But you can definitely tell the front end is like about 1 inch higher.
It's yeah,
2 inches,
inch and 3/4 to 2 inches higher.
Yeah, because we measured the back. Just the wheel gap from the tire was 5.5 inches. The front's is 7.5, and then from the hub itself was like 23 and a half.
23. Yeah.
And stock was 22. So about 1.5 inches from here to here, but it still seems like it's higher.
Seems like it's way,
which is kind of
more.
Weird. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead, take it out for a spin. Yes, I'm really sweaty. It's hot. We've been at this for far too long, running into too many problems. But
yeah.
At least we're done. We got it done. And yeah, let's go ahead, take it for a spin real quick, see how it does. Hopefully you guys can see stuff. I'll try to turn on the light here. But yeah, it's been a long time. That's Josie.
Too long.
Okay, this light's super bright, but we're on the first maiden voyage of this truck, and so far it feels pretty smooth.
It feels normal.
Look at the gauges over there as far as you're cruising.
Yeah.
Try not to blind you too much. I don't know how much you guys can see. It's super dark outside, but it doesn't feel horrible. I'd like to get out once we get up here a little bit after we get a little ride with it and just see the actual height.
It was
It
stiff
handled it
for,
pretty well.
I mean, the truck, all Rangers don't ride really good, especially.
And given you just put new shocks and stuff on it, too, so it doesn't have that wavy feeling.
Yeah.
Because what you had on there was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Although I didn't know what it felt like when we drove it.
Yeah.
First.
You
can give me some idea.
Feel it out once we get going.
Yeah.
It is stiffer for sure. Absolutely.
There, try to dim the light down a little bit because it's blinding.
Yeah,
That doesn't feel too bad. I don't know what they can see. If anything, like I said, it's pretty dark. Maybe you guys can see a little bit there.
Yeah, you can. I mean, I noticed where.
I can feel like the front end's up higher than the back.
Absolutely.
You got that kind of, I don't know what
The
to call
hood.
it.
You can see the hood more.
Yeah.
It's kind of just.
So I think we might eventually need to put shackles or something in the rear just to help level it out.
Yeah.
But I mean, otherwise, what do you think of it so far?
Yeah, it's just I would want it level. I mean,
I don't think it feels too rough or bouncy.
And one thing we didn't do is we didn't initially measure hub to
stock height. I mean, we got
stock height.
We tried to get a rough estimate, and that was like 22 inches.
Yeah.
So that's just rough.
Like that wasn't bad.
Yeah, it didn't feel bad at all.
Usually it slaps me around. It's obviously softer. Like it was softer.
Yeah.
It's stiffer right now, but usually I do 2 head knobs instead of 1.
Yeah. So yeah, overall, I don't think it feels too bad. I wish we had some more like. I could feel that.
Yeah,
that was quite a bump.
Is that a big bump always? Or?
Yeah, it is always kind of a big bump. The truck seemed to handle it pretty well.
Yeah.
I didn't like it, like you said, it doesn't do that whole like rocking back and forth thing. So
it's tough because we changed 2 things. We changed the keys and then we changed the
shocks.
So
and I think the shocks made a big difference, and then obviously the keys gave it that little bit of height, or that lot of height. When we first lowered this thing down, we didn't show you guys. We were like messing around with like obviously the shocks because I had to bust it off, and then the shocks that we got, we weren't able to put that little space room between there. There was like not enough room. I don't know if it's just the shocks are too short.
Yeah.
But we weren't able to utilize those. I'm not really hearing any bump stop slapping. I mean, when I hit that bump, I didn't feel it or hear it. So
yeah,
I mean, this is
look at
okay.
how bad my headlights are.
Oh yeah, they're not horrible. You can get some LEDs in here.
Yeah. You see how it's kind of just there's nothing.
Yeah, on the right
going
side.
Up a curve. Here's brights.
Yeah, I can see why you're right brights most of the time.
Yeah.
It's not really gonna blind anybody.
No, it's tough and it's just not good. It's like 2.
Yeah. Overall, I don't think it's too bad though.
No, it's not. The ride quality's not bad. It's just where the stance.
You got quite a angle here.
Yeah.
So you guys have it. We got the truck done for the most part. I mean, I think you still want to do some little lifting, just kind of level it out a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe something to level it out. If it doesn't, we rode around and then it lowered half an inch.
Yeah, it did lower down because we measured at 7.5 from the tire to the fender, and now it's 7.
And the back kind of rose because the front lowered, if that makes sense.
So it's kind of leveling out, and we'll see what it does after he drives it for a little bit. We're going to try to get some other shots and stuff of it once it is daylight, because it is pretty dark out now. So, I don't know. I think it turned out pretty good, even though it turned out to be like a 8-hour job.
It was a good experience. I mean, it probably couldn't have been that hard. We made some mistakes for sure, but for somebody who knows a little more and have just done it before, it takes 2 seconds.
It's a learning experience. I mean, I've never done it. I mean, I have done stuff with torsion bars, but never like a leveling kit on that. So, like I said, it's a good thing to learn. Hopefully you guys can learn from this video as well. But I think we're going to go ahead and end it out here. So if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I got plenty more stuff coming. And also check out Spencer's channel. Maybe he'll feature his truck and stuff over there. Who knows?
I'll have some stuff for sure. Instagram.
Sweet. So yeah, I'll be sure to link his Instagram and everything in the description as well as in the video. But I will see you guys in the next one.